when electoral violence is taking place, when all these complaints are going around, because this is a sovereign country, yours is also a sovereign country, you are here to represent the interests of your countries, but you are also here as partners to, where it is possible, point out what you think could be done better. And in that regard, I think we should clap for the International Republican Institute and USAID. Because this peace, the promoting peace activities, it's not for them. It's a promoting peace activity for Uganda. We have to own this process today going forward. We have to own the process and to own the outcome of that process. I don't think we'll keep going to IRI to say, so now where are we with the National Peace Pledge? So now tell us what do we do next? Ladies and gentlemen, we in this room are a small percentage of Ugandans, but we are a critical mass enough to cause a change in Uganda. We also have conflict entrepreneurs identified in the study. Entrepreneurs, can you imagine you are a conflict entrepreneur? Meaning you are a beneficiary financially or politically. You supply tools of violence. You could be local, you could be international, but when you are waiting for violence to escalate, then you start supplying, isn't it? I'm sure there are importations of more and more tear gas during the time towards elections, not so? There is somebody benefiting from that, somewhere. Maybe the seller, maybe the buyer, I don't know, the guess is yours. And then this study identifies peace builders. By your presence here today, again clap for yourselves for having accepted to be identified as part of the peace builders of Uganda. Thank you very much. The recommendations in this study, I will not go to them because there are so many. But they all correspond to what was found out. Revisit the electoral system, have a dialogue, address those outstanding issues that we have not addressed for a long time, and so on and so forth. Now, from this standpoint, we are saying all these recommendations are good, super. We can start on those processes. But how do we start? When there is polarization in the country, when there is mistrust in the country, when there is hatred in the country, when there is a lot of suspicion, we do not trust our institutions, we do not trust our leaders, we do not trust our partners even in homes. That's what Uganda is deteriorating to. We do not trust each other in families. That's what is happening. It is a fact. Regions, we have become more regional than ever before. There is this region and the other region. No wonder that the woman slapped a policeman because she's from the west of Uganda. Yes, those are the talks. They are from the west. They are doing whatever they want to do. Is that true? I'm from the west. I don't do whatever I want to do. I follow the law. I try to be accommodative of other people. I try to be polite. But now we are lumping each other in those, what can I call them, cans, like a box. You say the Westerners are doing this. And then the Westerners say, no, wait a minute, it's not all of us. It's not all of us, it is a certain, then it continues and it continues and it continues. Polarization. polarization. As peace builders, we cannot afford to hide our heads in the sand. But what we are saying today is that although there are so many recommendations, including a national dialogue, which I know Honorable Mao has been a very big proponent of, we could even start with smaller dialogues. Whatever it is that we think we can do, we need to do it in an atmosphere of peace. In an atmosphere where we have agreed to treat each other with respect, to treat each other with human consideration. If we started a dialogue now, we say now let's have a dialogue. Can you imagine in this room, would we have a proper dialogue? Tall order. Somebody has said it will be a tall order. Reason being, we have extreme positions. We want to sign a peace pledge so that we move from our extreme positions and come a little closer. Starting from within, for those who are in politics, starting from within our own political parties. My finding, this I'll share with you, because political parties are big players in this. The political parties in Uganda, all of them, including the ruling one, I think we hurried from the movement system to the multi-party system and did not put in place all that it takes to have a credible political dispensation of multi-party politics. Meaning that internally, the political parties had not grown, had not strengthened their internal systems. And again, today I can say this without fear of contradiction, that individuals remain stronger than their political parties. Why do I say that? If you look at a flag bearer of any political party, any, going for elections, I want you to think about this. Who spends more? Is it that individual on themselves as they are competing for power, or is it the political party that they are representing? Who spends more? The individual. Thank you very much. Who mortgages their houses? Who mortgages their property? Who sells everything? It is the individual. So we are in a dispensation where the individuals are still stronger than the parties. Where parties go after, some of the parties go after individuals because they are strong in a certain area, instead of the other way around. These are things we need to revisit, go back on the drawing board, talk about them candidly, but after pledging for peace. We talk in a peaceful manner. If we have no peace, there is no dialogue, I can assure you, that will take place. It will be a lie. I'm about to conclude. I have had a great opportunity during these interactions to understand the deep issues that are close to the hearts of Ugandans. I have also had an opportunity, I think I hinted on this, to understand that we had not thought deeply, all of us, on the roles we can play to promote or to put a lead on conflicts. I also discovered that people do not know that when you come here on a podium and say something, it can bring conflict. That's why Charles had to apologize very, very quickly, and I had to come here. I almost knelt, I almost cried to say, please don't go, don't spoil our party. This is a party. We want a successful party, isn't it? So something small like that ignites fire. Why are we so emotive? We are on the edge all the time. We are on the edge. that something small like this will ignite fire. Look at those border riders. If you are turning and you hit one of them on the bumper, the others will come for you. If they don't get you out of the car, they will hit the car. I don't know if it has happened to you. It almost happened to me, and they were saying, "Tujakubo cha, we shall burn you." Then I'm driving and thinking, we who? You're going to burn us. Who is us? Some of these things, we hear them, but we don't go back and think about them deeply. Finally, there are questions that were asked to me during these consultations, and it's important for me to bring them out. One question is, after we have signed the peace pledge, no, first of all, is it just for a show? We are going for a photo opportunity that we sat there and signed a peace pledge? In one of the meetings that we held, coordinated by the National Consultative Forum, and I thank the NCF very much, and IRCU now for partnering with us, this question came up. One person from one of the political parties said, "Gentlemen and ladies, even for us to sit in one room, even for us to pose for a photo, even for us to go on the podium as 26 registered." Did you know we have 26 political parties? You will see them here. I have the list there. I'll read them one by one. 26. And this gentleman, it was a man, he said, even for us to convene and sit together is a plus. But now they are not only sitting to convene and be together in one room and eat together, but they are going to sign a national peace pledge. The question was, how shall we monitor compliance to the peace pledge? After signing, then what? I'm sure you are all thinking about that, for those that we did not interact with. After signing today, and then tomorrow something happens, so what will happen? Can I leave that for you, or I should attempt to give you an answer? We cannot have a very firm monitoring and evaluation tool for this, but we shall attempt.